Hello, my name's Sophia Campbell, and I'm currently attending Piedmont College working on my Master's of Education in Secondary Science. Right now, I am a high school biology teacher in the Clark County School District in my first year of teaching. So I decided to entitle my thoughts "A Lot More Going Down in the South Than Direction." So, a quote that I decided to write down from this assignment's reading states: educational equity means that every student has access to the resources and educational rigor that they need at the right moment in their education, despite race, gender, ethnicity, language, disability, family background, or family income. I feel like this was kind of the main idea of this essay or paper. And in ways I agree with it, and in ways I don't agree with it. Working in this school district, I have seen a lot of inequities displayed, and I feel as though the Every Student Succeeds Act kind of putting more accountability on the teachers was an amazing stride and a great thing to do. But I also feel as though, as a community, as a region, there also needs to be more accountability put on the shoulders of students and of parents. If we don't raise the bar and expect more of these students, no matter what their race is or their socioeconomic status is, or whether their parents completed school or did not, it should not affect how that student thinks about education, appreciates their education, and is even exposed to an education that is meaningful to them. I've seen that a lot of students don't do so well because they are not pushed to do more by their teachers or by their parents. So why push myself? Not giving them the resources. Equity is not giving everybody the same size or the same height ladder and expecting everyone to be able to make it over a fence, even though we're all different heights. Equity to me would be, if I'm a little bit shorter, my ladder's going to be a little bit taller. If I'm a little bit taller, my ladder's going to be a little shorter, or no ladder at all. Like, there has to be differences in between the resources that we're given. You have to meet people where they are, and I feel that some of the things that we're doing in education right now are not meeting these students where they are. And there's a difference between meeting them where they are and just not expecting them to do anything. A lot of my students, I've noticed, they are very much so capable of doing this work, but they have some type of mentality that's holding them back, or I can't do this or I can't do that, and they don't push themselves, and we don't force them to do it because the administration's excuse is always, oh well, the students don't have access to this at home, or you don't know what they have to take care of at home, they're not going to do the homework. Well, how do you expect them to enrich outside of the classroom and to make this knowledge stick outside of the classroom if you're not assigning them anything? If you assign homework and say, this is what's done, this is what is expected of you, then that is setting the bar. If that is what your teacher expects of you, that is what you are going to do to be successful in that arena or in that classroom, wherever it is. And to me, that is a life lesson, not just in the classroom, but also in a job setting, in a family setting, just anywhere. So I do feel as though we need to do a better job of holding these students accountable, holding their parents accountable, raising the bar, not accepting anything less. If we don't raise the bar and expect them to do something, we're not going to close these gaps. So that is what my aspiration is as a teacher. You know, I like to build relationships with these students, build relationship with parents, learn from my peers, other teachers, things that I can do to try to help these students. Meet them where they are. We have to meet them where they are, but bring them up. We can't be these crabs in a barrel just pulling people down, because at the end of the day, we're not going to be prepared as a society because we're not going to have people who can come out and work. these students are graduating high school not able to go into higher education programs, not being able to pass these tests to get into these higher education programs, or even getting into certificate programs, not being exposed to work. They're not being exposed to anything or being made to want more for themselves. And I feel as though that is our part as a teacher, not just to teach material, but to also give these children a chance to dream and a chance to want more and a chance to be more. And if they see that you expect that out of them and that you show them, I know you can do this, I'm not going to accept anything less from you, I think that we will see a big difference in how education is, not only in the South, but in the U.S. as well. Thank you.